I found the love of my life at my own wedding. I'm 32. I live in the US, and let's say my name is Alex. If someone had told me a week ago that I would meet the love of my life at my own wedding, I would have laughed and said, "You've been watching too many Netflix dramas." But I actually did. And yes, it wasn't the person I was standing with at the altar. Fair warning, this story is long, weird, and at some points so awkward that I still cringe. But I want to tell it, because I still don't know. Was it fate? Or did I just end up in the epicenter of someone else's game? I'll start from the very morning of that day. I woke up in a hotel in Saratoga Springs, New York. We picked that spot because it was neutral territory. My family is from Massachusetts. The bride's family is from Jersey. The morning was abnormally quiet. On days like this, it's usually loud. Someone laughing, someone running around, someone calling downstairs. But I had silence. Just the AC humming. I looked at the suit hanging perfectly on the hanger. Classic black, white shirt, slim tie, cufflinks from my dad. Everything looked perfect. Just like the wedding. Just like Lauren, my fiancée. 29, blonde, very right, very family. The type moms love and the type it's convenient to take to family gatherings. She was perfect for a family photo. And I understood that on the wedding day. The problem wasn't that I didn't love her. I did. But I loved her the way you love a good person. The way you love the one you should love. We'd been dating for 3 years. We'd never had loud fights, no cheating, no explosions. We both worked. I'm in a construction company, she's a speech therapist at a school. We both had grown to marriage. Our parents were thrilled. Everyone except me was sure. This is the day. And I woke up feeling like I was 18, and I wasn't going to a wedding. I was going to court. I sat on the bed and texted my best friend. "Marcus, you here already?" He texted back almost immediately. "Yeah, I'm downstairs with your mom. She's bossing everyone around. Come down while she's still nice." My mom, that's a whole separate story. She raised me alone until I was 12, then married my stepdad. But she was always the main one. And for her, my wedding wasn't just an event. It was her personal finale. See? I did it. I have a son. He has a normal wife. We're a respectable family. She dragged everyone into this. Cousins from Chicago, an aunt from Florida, even some great uncle I didn't remember. Lauren's family was just as loud. Her mom, classic American mom, 53 but looks 40, perfect makeup and hair. Her dad, a lawyer, always in control. I used to joke that he and I don't talk, we negotiate. So I come downstairs, and from the first minute I get it. Something's off. In the hotel lobby, my mom in a dark blue dress is arguing with Lauren's mom about the seating chart. Lauren's dad is on the phone saying, No, we said 6 bottles, not 4, and waving to the catering guy. Marcus is chewing a bagel and trying not to laugh. "Alex!" My mom rushes to me. "Thank God. You're getting ready, right? Don't forget. Photographer at 10:30. Limo at 11. At 12:15 you have to be at the church." "Mom, relax. Today is not the day to relax." And right then Lauren's mom comes up to me, all gentle and sweet. "Alex, honey, we just wanted to go over again that your family's toasts go after lunch, not before." "What's the difference?" "A big one," she smiled, but her eyes were hard. "My brother flew in from Atlanta. He will speak. It would be strange if your side went first." I felt something tense inside. For some reason, all the wedding decisions ended up being made not by Lauren, but by her mom. I'd noticed it before, but it's like I decided not to notice. I went outside to get some air, and that's when the first turn happened. A van was being unloaded. Sound, lights, flowers. And I saw her. She was standing by the black van, holding a camera case and explaining something to the guy on the team. Dark hair in a ponytail, slightly tanned skin, and such a warm, alive look. Not a perfect doll, not salon. Real. I didn't know yet that her name was Mia. She looked up at me and smiled, just because I walked by. Like we knew each other. "You the groom?" she asked in English. "Yeah," I said, and suddenly felt weird. Why did I get flustered? "Cool, then don't stress," she nodded. "We're all going to suffer today anyway." "We all?" I smirked. "And who are you?" "Assistant photographer. Main shooter is Hannah. She's inside. I help with shots, run around, jump, hold the veil." She made some ridiculous gesture with her hands. Basically, I'm the person who holds everything nobody else wants to hold. She was so real. In the middle of this polished, controlled wedding, she was like a breath of fresh air. Yeah, that sounds cheesy, but that's how it was. I was about to leave, but then she added, "Listen, if you need a couple minutes of silence, you better go now. In an hour, it's going to be hell." "It's already hell," I said. And that was the first point. For the first time that morning, I talked to someone who wasn't trying to demand something from me. I went back in. And then, the second turn. Marcus grabbed me and said, "Hey man, we need to talk." "Now?" "Yeah, before you put that coffin on," he nodded at the suit. We went into the groom's room, a small lounge they gave us. Marcus closed the door and suddenly got serious. "Listen, I don't know if I should tell you or not, but, man, you're my friend." "Say it. You sure you want to do this?" "Do what?" "Get married." "Mark, no, wait. I don't mean it like all guys are scared of marriage. I mean it because last night I heard Lauren talking to her mom." My stomach flipped. "What talk?" "They were talking about a prenup." "About what?" I didn't even get it at first. "About a prenup. And," he hesitated. "You knew?" "No." Yeah, and they were saying your mom must not know or she'll make a scene, and that he can sign after the wedding when everything's set. My vision dimmed. What? They said your business is growing and that it will be safer if he moves part of the assets separately. Dude, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm saying even if it's normal, they should have talked to you. And they're doing it behind your back, on the day of the wedding. I sat down. Marcus sat opposite. I get that you're not going to stop now, he said quietly. But man, if you already feel something is wrong, it's not cold feet. It's an alarm. And that's when it hit me, because I already felt out of place that morning. And now it turned out my bride and her mom were planning a legal move behind my back. I'm not against a prenup. I really am not. I work with people whose marriages crash and they're left with nothing. But I am against the scheme, against doing it secretly. I walked out and went to find Lauren. I found her upstairs in the bridal suite. She was in a white robe, makeup artist finishing her eyes, bridesmaids laughing. She was beautiful, like from a show. Can I talk to you for a minute? I asked. All the girls turned in sync. Ooh, the groom is here, someone giggled. Alex? Lauren was surprised. What are you doing here? You're not supposed to see me. We need to talk. She looked at her friends. Girls, can you step out, please? They left. What happened? Lauren tensed immediately. Why am I finding out about a prenup from my friend and not from my bride? Her eyes widened. What? Last night, you and your mom, you were discussing how to make me sign it after the wedding. Why? She went pale. This wasn't the I caught you cheating scene. It was worse. It was a trust scene. Alex, she sighed. I was going to talk to you. When? In the limo? No, after everything is over. So after I say vows, sign papers, pay for the reception, and you'll be sure I'm... So after I say vows, sign papers, pay for the reception, and you'll be sure I'm not going anywhere. That's not it. Then what is it? And that's when she did the thing that finished me. It was my mom's idea, she said. Always. Every time. It's Mom. And you can't say no? I asked. Alex, try to understand. Mom is just afraid that you... She hesitated. That you might leave one day. And you're not afraid? I looked at her. Do you even love me? Of course I love you, she threw her hands up, but you're not perfect either. You have a business. Your partner is a woman, by the way. You traveled a lot. You think I felt calm? So it's not about money. It's about control. It's about security, she said harshly. And yes, Mom said that if you're against it, then, well, we can do it later. I was standing there understanding. I'm at my wedding, and we're already talking like lawyers. At that moment, the door opened slightly, and I saw Mia, the assistant photographer. Oh, sorry. She wanted to leave. It's fine, Lauren said, quickly putting a smile on. We're done. We were not done, but Mia still left. And that was moment number 3, because later I found out she didn't just walk in. Half an hour later, we were already driving to the church. Everything was according to plan. Dressed up guests, jokes, someone already drinking champagne. My mom was glowing. My stepdad nodded at me approvingly. Lauren's dad held her arm. Everything was perfect on the outside. But inside I felt like I was walking the wrong way. We got to the church. Music, guests, pastor getting ready. I was standing at the altar. Next to me, Marcus and my other friend, Jake. On the other side, the bridesmaids. One of them, my ex, Kelly. Yeah, Lauren insisted she be there because we're all in the same friend group. It's not a problem. It was weird to me even back then. And then the doors opened, and Lauren walked in. White dress, veil, smile. Everyone gasped. I looked at her and thought, she's a good person, but is she mine? And right then, the fourth turn. I saw Mia standing by the back door with her camera, but she wasn't shooting. She was looking, not at Lauren, at me. And in her eyes there was something like, talk to me. I even blinked. Did I imagine it? The ceremony started. The pastor spoke. We repeated the lines, and suddenly, something fell off Mia's shoulder. She bent down, picked it up, and I saw that on her phone there was an open message. And while everyone was singing, she made a gesture at me. Later. Later? What later? I'm getting married. We said I do. We kissed. Everyone clapped. Photographers flashed, just like in the movies. We walked out of the church, and the classic American wedding chaos began. Photos with parents, photos with uncles, photos with guests, photos by the car, girl's photo, guy's photo. And then Mia grabbed me while Lauren went to fix her dress. Can I talk to you for a minute? Did something happen? She looked around. Yeah, and I'm not sure I should tell you, but I saw something I wasn't supposed to see. What? This morning in the girls' dressing room. My heart squeezed. What did you see? Your bride and a man. I felt like I'd been doused with ice water. What man? I think it was your groomsman. Tall, grey vest. He was hugging her from behind and she said, "This is the last time. I'm already so nervous." Marcus was in blue. Jake in grey. Jake, I repeated. I don't know his name, but he was standing very close. And that wasn't a friend comforting her. I stood there staring at her, and there was only one sound in my head. A hum. Why are you telling me this? I managed. Because, she shrugged, you seemed like a good guy. You looked like a simple, happy groom, and she didn't look like that. You sure? Listen, I've worked weddings for 5 years. I know when they're fixing a veil and when they're kissing her neck. I clenched my jaw. Thanks, I said. I know maybe I shouldn't have, Mia sighed. But if it were my day, I'd want to know. And that's when the real carousel started, because I pictured Lauren in the bridal room, Jake who yesterday was congratulating me saying, "Man, I'm so happy for you," and the last time. The last time. What do you think I did? Breathed and said, "Okay, stuff happens." No, I left. Right from my wedding. Not forever, but I left. I walked down the hall, out the side door, and got into the rented car. It was hours till the evening. I just sat in the driver's seat and stared ahead. A minute later, someone knocked on the window. It was Mia. "Hey," she crouched by the window. "You okay?" "I just got married to a woman who maybe made out with my friend an hour before the ceremony. What do you think?" "Can I sit?" I opened the door. She got into the passenger seat. She smelled like coffee and cold air. "Listen," she said quietly. "You've got two options. You can pretend you don't know, because it's already done. Everyone's here. Parents, money, flowers. Or you stop it now and save yourself a couple years of life." "My mom will kill me," I said bitterly. "At least you'll be alive." I looked at her, and only then I noticed her eyes, brown with golden flecks. "Why do you even care?" I asked. "Because she hesitated. "Because I know what it's like to think you were chosen and then find out you were the backup option." That was another turn. "What?" I looked at her. "My ex," she said. "I found out he was going to marry someone else. I was kind of instead. And he wanted to propose when it would be convenient for his parents. And until then, let's just stay like this." "And you left?" "The day I found out," she nodded. "Yeah, right in the middle of some reception. Everyone said I was dramatic, but then," she smiled. "Then time passed and I realized it was the best day. We were sitting in the car and suddenly I felt, there's a person next to me who gets it. Not the groom with money, not the convenient son-in-law, not the son for the photo, just a person." "Do you believe me?" she suddenly asked. "Yeah," I said, surprised at how fast I said it. "Good." Then she exhaled. "I've got one more thing." "What now?" "I heard Lauren's mom on the phone. If he doesn't sign, we can still push through his father. He has issues with the company." I snapped my head toward her. "What?" "Don't ask how I heard it. I walk around with a camera. Nobody notices me, but I heard it." She said, "He's got city contracts. We can use that." So, Lauren's family was going to pressure me through my business if I didn't agree to their terms. Something clicked in me. I realized I wasn't marrying Lauren. I was marrying Lauren's family, their ambitions, their fears, their control. And then my phone started ringing. Mom. "Alex," she yelled, "where are you? We need the photo with the car." "Mom, where did you go?" "Mom, I looked at Mia. "I'll be right there." I hung up. "So what are you going to do?" Mia asked. "I need to talk to Jake." "You sure?" "Yeah." We came back. The reception had started already. Music, lights, guests sitting down. Everyone thought the groom was just changing or signing something. I caught Jake by the bar. "We need to talk." He turned, and I saw everything on his face. "Dude, not dude." We went outside. "It was just once," he said right away. "She was stressed." "Today?" I hissed. "Today?" "She was crying," he threw his hands up. "She said she was afraid you'd back out. So you decided to comfort her with your mouth? It didn't mean anything. For who? For you? For her? Or for me?" He went silent. "You love her?" I asked. "No." "You slept with her?" He looked away. "A couple times," he whispered. And that's when the world actually flipped. This wasn't, they kissed before the wedding. This was, they had a thing. "How many?" I asked, cold. "I don't know, a couple of months." "Before the wedding?" "Yeah." So she was building something with him in parallel, flashed through my mind. "Why didn't you tell me?" I stared right at him. "Because she said that's it, it was the last time, and that you'd get married anyway, and that she just," he swallowed, "that you're stable." Stable. Word of the day. I turned and went back in. By that time, everyone was seated. The DJ was announcing our entrance. The host was joking about how we met. And then, the turn number. I lost count. Basically, the main one. I walked up to the mic. "Can I have a minute of silence?" I said. The room got very quiet. My mom tensed. Lauren's mom, too. Lauren looked at me with light worry. What is he going to say? This is not in the script. "I want to say thank you to everyone who came," I began. "It means a lot. To me, to my mom, to Lauren's family." I looked at them. "I know how long you've waited for this." Lauren's dad nodded, pleased. "But," I said, "I learned a lot today." Lauren went pale. My mom raised her hands. "Alex, I learned that my best friend," I looked at Jake, "doesn't understand boundaries very well." The room burst into whispering. "I learned that my bride is afraid to be honest with me." Lauren jumped up. "Alex, what are you doing?" "And I learned," I went on, "that sometimes we marry not a person, but a family. Their fears, their contracts, their control." "Alex." Lauren's mom was already walking toward me. "This is not the right time." "This is exactly the right time," I said. "Because if I pretend I don't know, I'll live with this all my life. And if I say it now, I'll ruin your party. But I'll save myself a few years." Lauren started crying. "You're dumping me?" she whispered. I looked at her, and it hurt. Because she wasn't a villain. She was a scared woman with a controlling mom and an overly convenient groom. "No, Lauren," I said quietly. "I'm not dumping you. I'm just not getting married today." The room exploded. My mom yelled, "Are you crazy?" Lauren's mom, "I knew it. I knew he would." Lauren's dad, "Young man, do you understand that?" Marcus covered his face. Jake lowered his head. And in that chaos, I suddenly saw her. Mia was standing by the wall with her camera. She was filming. But in her eyes there wasn't, drama, but pride? Sympathy? "You did it." And that's when it hit me. I fell in love. Not when she said, "You the groom." Not when she told me about Lauren. But when I saw how she looked at me when I did the thing I was terrified to do. I handed back the mic. "Alex," my mom yelled. "Where are you going?" "To live," I said. I walked out into the hall. A minute later, Mia ran out to me. "Hey," she caught up. "You okay?" I laughed, nervously. "No, not at all." "They're gonna eat you alive." "Yeah." "You got somewhere to go?" "No." "Then let's go." "Where?" "I'll drive you. I've got a car." "You're the assistant photographer? You guys have cars?" "I'm local," she smiled. "I'm not from their world." We went outside. She led me to her car, an old gray Toyota. Totally not a wedding car. Totally not glamorous. Totally real. "Get in." "You sure?" "You crashed a wedding today. I think you can also get into my car." We drove off, and behind us the hotel was on fire. Figuratively. My mom called, my stepdad called, Marcus called, Lauren called. Even Lauren's dad texted something like, "You will be held responsible." I turned off the phone. "You get that the whole room hates you right now?" Mia asked, eyes on the road. "Well, except you." "I don't hate you." "Why?" "Because you chose yourself." We drove to a small lake nearby. There was a park, benches. She gave me a hoodie. I was still in a white shirt and vest. We sat down. "Tell me about yourself," I suddenly said. "Like what?" "Why weddings?" "Because I love watching people. And because after my almost wedding I decided, okay, I'm not the bride, but I'll be around them. And also because it's flexible hours," she smirked. "And you?" "Me?" I shrugged. "I apparently just stopped being a groom." We were quiet. "Listen," she said softly. "If you want, I can tell your mom I saw Lauren." "Don't," I said. "Then it'll be some girl with a camera ruined everything. They already hate you." "They already do," she smiled. "I walked out of the job midday." "Right. You'll get fired." "It's fine. It's not the best team. Hannah yells anyway." And we sat there by the lake, eating some chips she found in the car. And I suddenly realized, I feel calm with her. Not because she agrees, not because she's from the right family, but because she's just her. No script. I looked at her. "You realize this is insane?" I asked. "What is?" "Meeting someone at your own wedding." "You didn't meet," she corrected. "You saw. You were just on the edge enough today to finally see." "See what?" "That you don't want a convenient wife. You want a living one." That line hit dead center. We sat another hour, then 2. People kept calling. Then they began texting Marcus. "Where is he?" He texted them that I was alive, that nobody kidnapped me. In the evening I went back, not to the reception, to the hotel.
By then there were already rumors that the groom lost it. The bride is crying. It's his mom's fault. It's his friend's fault. It's the camera girl's fault. My mom pounced on me. "Do you realize what you've done?" "Yeah," I said. "I didn't go live with a woman who was cheating on me." "Was this discussed?" Lauren's mom stormed in like a hurricane. "You didn't have to do this in front of people." "You didn't have to discuss the prenup behind my back," I said, "or blackmail me with my business." She went silent, because I hit the target. "Who told you?" she hissed. "Doesn't matter." They all started saying, this could have been handled differently. It was emotions. It happens. But I was already different. That day made me angry, but free. Lauren and I talked later. She admitted it. Said she started seeing Jake when we had a fight in the spring, and then couldn't tell me. That she really wanted to marry me. That with Jake it was not serious. That her mom told her, "Marry Alex and everything will be fine." And I didn't want to be everything will be fine. A couple days later I called Mia. "Hey, wedding hero," she said. "Hey, listen, can we meet?" "Sure." We met in a small cafe. No wedding rush. She was in jeans and a gray sweater. No makeup. And I again caught myself thinking, that's her. That's who I need. "You know," I said, "all my life I thought love is when you walk and then meet the perfect one. But I think love is when on the worst day of your life, someone shows up and says, 'I'm with you,' and you believe them." She smiled. That was very beautifully said. I tried. "So what now?" I looked at her. "Now," I said, "let's try. No dresses, no moms, no blackmail. Just you and me." "Deal," she said, "but on one condition." "What condition?" "No weddings for at least 2 years." We laughed. "And if you want to know what happened after, yeah, we started dating. Slowly. No, we're moving in right away. My mom was against it. She ruined your wedding. Lauren's family hated me. Her aunts were writing on social media that I hurt a poor girl. But I didn't care. Because on the day I was supposed to say I do to a woman chosen for me by fear and convenience, I said yes to the woman I chose myself. And yes, it happened at my wedding. Sometimes life writes the dumbest, most dramatic, and most right script at the same time.